From CBS News, this is The Early Show.
Welcome back. As the 6th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks approaches, our Saturday Spotlight shines on two men who feel some lasting good can come out of that day of tragedy. David Payne and Jay Winnick are the founders of MyGoodDeed.org, an organization that urges Americans to honor those who died with charitable service and good deeds. David, Jay, good morning to both of you. A great idea. Let me just ask you right off the bat, what are we looking to accomplish with this? And just tell the people who don't know about MyGoodDeed.org exactly what it is.
You know, the idea is really to try to find a constructive way to remember 9/11, to transform it into something positive. And with MyGoodDeed.org, we just encourage people to go to our website and post one good deed as a way to remember those that were lost on that difficult day.
Jay, I know your brother was an attorney in Lower Manhattan, also had some volunteer fireman experience and rushed down there when the towers were hit. And you lost your brother in 9/11. How has his spirit kind of helped propel you to continue this movement and look for different ways to commemorate 9/11?
Well, I'll tell you, you make a good point, because it is really Glenn's memory and his actions and the way he lived his life that, for me, is the driving force for doing this, because it was all about giving. It's about doing for people you don't necessarily know. So it's really a wonderful way for people around the country to answer the question, what are we supposed to do on this day?
Yeah.
You know, how should we mark this day? Do something good for somebody in need.
And the response has been tremendous. Right now, this year alone, you've got over 250,000 different responses. And what are some of the things people do plan on doing?
Well, you know, the whole idea is to do something simple, really. So people are cleaning out their closets. There's something maybe they've neglected for a long time. They're going to donate personal property, because some people are giving blood, but there's some people that are doing some really remarkable things. There's a gentleman who literally donated a kidney to a stranger, another woman who raised money for an orphanage in India. So it's across the board. We have over, I think there's 101 different countries from which we've received visitors and, of course, pledges from all 50 states around the country. So it's an amazing thing.
And this is one of the things you wanted to do, was not just make this a regional thing where it was just people of New York that were really affected by 9/11 or those who lost. But this is a worldwide thing where people from all over can really say, you know what, we can feel your pain there.
That's true. Well, look, people from more than 80 countries, I believe, died on 9/11. So this really was a global thing. One remarkable thing somebody's doing, George Martin, the former captain of the New York Giants.
Sure.
Next week, he's going to walk across the United States. He's going to take the next 4 months, he's leaving next week, to raise money for the rescue and recovery workers who got sick working at Ground Zero.
Did you get a sense when you looked at some of the responses that there was a feeling of helplessness where people who maybe weren't here in New York for 9/11 said to themselves, you know what, there's something I want to do and I'd like to contribute, and this is a great way.
I actually was in L.A. just so when this happened and live out there now, and I think that's what the entire country feels. They felt completely helpless to do anything about it, and so there's this constant almost gap, this need to try to find a way to respond. And so if you go to I think that's probably why so many people come to the website and post a good deed, because it just gives them a chance to pay tribute and maybe sort of get that sense of unity back in the country.
President Bush has trumpeted volunteerism or helping a neighbor on numerous occasions. You guys are looking to establish 9/11 as a national day of service, and you've got people like Chuck Schumer, Peter King, Hillary Clinton that have kind of gotten behind you as well. Is that something that we're looking to really kind of push forward now?
Well, we are. We fortunately, for the first time this year, the president, it did include volunteerism in his 9/11 proclamation, the first time since the actual terrorist attack. So we feel that we're heading in the right direction, but we do need to find some long-term way to remember 9/11 that's constructive. Otherwise, what's going to happen is 20 or 30 years from now, it's just going to be a blip on the news, and all the significance of what happened on that day will be lost.
David Payne, Jay Winnick, thank you guys both very much. The website is MyGoodDeed.org. Go check it out. We'll have much more here on the Saturday Early Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.